Hello, Virgo. This is Tanya Lee of Harmonia Tarot, and this is your general tarot forecast for the month of November 2024. Reminder that this is a collective reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and it's not going to resonate for everybody, so just take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't force anything to fit. There will be an extended over at Harmonia Friends Club, but we'll get more details about that as we progress into this reading. Let's get to it here, Virgo. Calling in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters here for the highest messages here of good for my Virgo. What do they need to know? What do they need to know for the month of November? Here we go. We're using the Lantern Oracle deck here, Virgo. Circles. Clarity begins in the eye of the storm. Something here is coming full circle, like a cycle. And it's like we're not always on, I guess, because when we're on this circle of life here, Virgo, we sometimes meet people on the way and they go on this ride with us within our circle. But sometimes when we think that we have broken the cycle and gone into another portion of the journey here, we might run into individuals who look different, but it's still the same circle of a lesson. There's something here about a repetitive lesson that you have been kind of going in circles with. And can you break it? Can you break it? There's something here about breaking that. 34 comes to a 7. So there's something here that you're reassessing, you're reflecting on, gaining knowledge on. But let's see what the book has to say here for Lantern Oracle. If you like any of these decks, you can just go to the description box below and all of that information will be listed there for you. But let's see what Circles has to say. Virgo. Our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and relationship patterns are potentially detrimental to us when they remain unconscious, when we are not aware of it. Without acknowledging that we do not know what we are doing or how to get different results, it seems as though the same disappointments, ruts, and detours keep happening to us. It's that same pattern over and over again, Virgo, that we run into. It's like, have you ever gone to a place where, and I'm just using work as an example here, since this is a general reading, it doesn't always have to be about love, but sometimes you guys can see this in love, it's relationships. But let's say you get a new job, right? And it's the same kind of politics that come in place, or an individual who's just like the other person who here you couldn't stand, or another person that's just, they're all like different characters, but they're the same character. It's like, it seems so familiar to you, but at the same time, there's not a lot of introductions to new individuals. So it says, nor that we have the power to exit the unmerry-go-round. If we do nothing different happens. We will only continue to reenact our default setting automatically. So there's something within your energy right now that you have a chance to react differently to the situation, to the person. Some of you, it's the same person. Others of you, it's the people who are playing a specific role that reminds you of a scenario here from the past. But you have the ability here to react different within a circle. Is this a new circle? Is this an old circle? We shall see. We're using the Guardian of the Night Tarot deck. Reminder that this is just the current energy right now. No reversals on initial story play for current energy. Let's see how Virgo is right now. Woo! Those cards just flew out. Okay. We have the Three of Swords here. That's heartbreak, loss. The Knight of Pentacles here. What else? One more card. One more card here, Spirit. the High Priestess. You are in the midst of really getting a new perception when it comes to loss. For Virgo, I feel like whatever this heartbreak you have been going through, you definitely have a new take on. Something about these chains are now breaking. It's not as heartbreaking, and the longevity of it isn't nearly as bad as it used to be because of this new awareness that you are really seeing what it has given you. There's something here about breaking the chains. Now, with that Knight of Pentacles energy, I love that it's a donkey because they're the most like, they're like the pack animal here, right? You can do a lot. You're in it for the long haul. And some of you have felt kind of like a jackass for doing things for the long haul with a broken heart when, I don't know, I almost feel this energy of a Virgo saying, I broke my own heart. It was me who broke my heart for trying to carry so much, for doing so much, for playing a part, being of service so much. But you have a new take on this. You absolutely have a new take on here with that High Priestess energy here. You're not sharing all your secrets. This is something here where you're definitely reevaluating the past. You're looking about how you wore, how you carried. But I also feel this immense amount of appreciation for how far you have come versus concentrating on the lower ends here of like, woe is me. Look at all I did. You're not playing victim. I feel like this Virgo here is breaking free of some victimhood mentality. But let's see what's in store for you for the rest of this month. Reversals are now up. We're using the Everyday Witch Tarot. Here we go. Virgo. We have the Emperor, Aries energy. The Five of Pentacles. Oh, 2 5s. You were absolutely taking charge in your life here. Look at this. The Emperor and the Empress. I have 2 stories here. One, for those of you who felt that you broke your own heart by staying in something that did not suit you. I feel this month you're pulling in and taking charge of this rejection and treating it much differently here by joining community, by having maybe a mentor, some of you signing up for something. But there's growth here. There's a possibility here for you to really take care of yourself, to set and realign you. Realign you. Okay. Now, some of you have broken apart a relationship, all right, where you are not carrying the weight anymore of an individual. Now, we have an emperor here, whoever is more in the divine masculine role, who is truly seeing and feeling the loss of Virgo, where I feel Virgo is truly feeling the nurture of community, of family, of belief systems and structure, may even be stepping up in their own from student to teacher. But I feel the Empress energy, this divine feminine energy here is more of you, Virgo, if you're resonating with this, where, you know, you might have stepped back and you were doing too much. And now you're really just taking care of yourself and whatever you're creating within a circle here, being amongst something of community. But those of you, like I said, who've broken your own heart in either faction, whether it was with a person or a scenario or place, you are taking some charge here to nurture yourself, take care of yourself, take care of yourself. Let's see what else is going on here. We have the Eight of Pentacles here reversed. Now, reversals are a little different for me. Reversals tell me this is the past coming up a little bit. It doesn't always have to be negative. We talk more of the past areas here on the advice area when we go to Harmonia Friends Club. All right. Of course, there's two stories here. So I'm going to go with that first story here if you're realigning yourself here, Virgo. Okay. I feel that as you nurture yourself here within this month, you're starting to realize how much time you have spent not really working and creating on things that could light you up, because you didn't feel good enough or there's some insecurities. And I think that you're really reevaluating this and looking at this differently now. It's kind of like, you know what? I had to have those faults, or I had to do things a certain way, or I had to be the mule so that I could learn why it's the right time now. Um, so I feel this energy here of an epiphany moment of you having that realization, and it could be happening when you take a pause. It could be happening here when you're meditating, as usually it is. All right. But it is like an aha moment for you coming up this month here of not needing to carry that burden anymore, that you can drop this weight, that you can just go for it and have that instantaneous attitude of, let's go. Now, for others of you, story two, if this is an individual here who you have not been stepping in, this individual is clearly seeing you were the missing piece. Okay. This is somebody here who did not appreciate or value what they lost and is feeling it right now. You may be observing this with this individual here. They may be flipping this of victimhood or victim mentality, where you may have been playing victim to your own story originally. It's kind of flipping on the other side. But you also know you can't carry that burden anymore, just by evaluating this, if this is with dealing with an individual here. Okay. And some of you are going to apply to both stories. Let's see what finally is going on here for the end of the month here for you. What else is in store here for Virgo spirit? We have the Page of Pentacles here reversed, not wanting to revisit something from the past anymore. Hermit, this person here is absolutely in reflection, but a lot of you are in deep reflection of letting go of the past and breaking I just literally heard breaking the cycle. So there's something here where you are breaking the cycle here. Look at this, the Magician. The Magician, final card here, Spirit. Four of Pentacles here reversed. This loss was necessary for the ability to make room. And I feel like you were shifting to a much more self-reflective energy here of realigning who you are, what you want. You also have somebody here who's watching you do that, regardless of whatever this case is. But the first story here is there's something here where you don't want to keep repeating the past and keep going over and over again, but you have some insight now of a pattern where you can absolutely react differently. And you're going to know. You're absolutely going to know when this happens, because when you sit down and you ask yourself here, see the patterns here, you're just literally going to ask your higher self when you're in meditation form. And I actually see you doing that, so that you can manifest something here where you're not holding on to tightly. And I feel like this was an extra weight here or something that you were carrying around, so that it will feel more freer, for the ability here to be curious, the ability here to create. So is there an absolute creation happening? The creation comes with a thought. That's how it starts on the fool's journey. You start at zero and then you meet the magician here. So you're having an aha moment and a creation here of a new idea and a new approach that says, this is how I can change it. This is how I can break it. This is how I can allow myself to move past this accept the situation for what it is, know that this is part of my journey, and what is in store for me is that I'm creating room for something huge and something better. Is it coming in this month? No, you're having that aha moment this month. All right. That's what I really, really feel, that you're just fully embracing this. You're just fully, surrendering to this. I wouldn't even say letting go. It's you actually surrendering. So you're taking a charge here. Now, for that final story here of another individual, this was absolutely meant to happen. Okay. This is so that this individual can deeply reflect and go back and do some inner child work. Absolutely. Okay. So this person here has a lot of contemplation. They're reevaluating their portion in this relationship and the patterns that they have done, and also the patterns you have done too. While meanwhile, your energy here with that divine feminine energy, if you're more in the Empress role, is really being able to see how each played a part. And the Magician is also the subconscious version, for my take, of the Emperor. So that is the divine masculine too. So for you, you are calling in and having a thought of being open, of not losing the idea here of a relationship here that you feel like you were extra baggage or carrying the baggage, but you are letting something go and surrendering to the fact that it played its part for you to understand what you truly want. And there's something here about you being very meticulous now with your manifestations of what you want in a relationship, in a person, and kind of stripping out the person themselves and just the characteristics. So I actually see you doing that this month here for yourself, Virgo. We're going to go look at your lucky numbers next. A reminder that there is going to be an extended over at Harmonia Friends Club. We're going to look at these reversals so we can see the energy here of advice that Spirit wants to give to you on areas that may come up in the past here that help you surrender to get to that Magician energy. And then we have 2 bonus readings for you. One that's just entirely on love, another one on abundance. So if that's something you want to check out, make sure you check out Harmonia Friends Club in the description box below. All right, let's see what your lucky numbers are. Virgo, we have 2. We have 1. Look at this. 21 or the 12th may be significant to you, or the number 3. I feel like there's a new cycle happening for you. You're about to break the chains here with a thought, but I also feel the creation of a new group or creativity here or partnership. But it's a new beginning. There's an opportunity here of potential of meeting new individuals. Some of you a new love interest, others of you a new friendship or just a partnership here of collaboration. But there's possibilities here that you are connecting the dots to allow your manifestations to come in with a thought. And I see you actually writing it down this month. All right, guys, like I said, if you liked this, make sure you go hit like and subscribe. And I hope to see you over at Harmonia Friends. But if not, this is where we part ways. You guys take care and have a good one.